Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lupita, owner and creator of My Ass Creations. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe in the button below and the little bell next to it so you get notified every time one of my videos goes up. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a geode tumbler. It is super fun, super easy, and if you want to learn how to make a tumbler like this, just keep on watching. Okay guys, let's get started. We are going to need Mod Podge, a brush. I use a very thin one. I use 5 different glitters, 3 fine and 2 chunky. And I use already a prep tumbler. This one already has 1 coat of epoxy. It just makes it easier for me to apply the glitter. We are going to start by applying Mod Podge to our tumbler. And we're just going to do it like in a V shape. It doesn't have to be perfect. And make sure to go on the bottom part too, also on a V shape. And with my chunky glitter, I usually do quite a bit of Mod Podge just so I get enough glitter on my design. And I'm using my little cardstocks to catch the glitter that falls. I started with my light purple chunky glitter. I always start with a chunky glitter. I think it just makes it look so much prettier. And then just tap tap so any extra glitter falls off. And then I'm just gonna start tracing that V shape that I did with my first one. And I'm just gonna do thin lines around it. Usually I do it like the size of my brush. Sometimes I do them thinner, but I never do them very, very thick. And then I'm going in with my fine glitter. I just make sure to do it very, very carefully so I don't get any of that fine glitter inside of my chunky glitter. Because although you do cover it with the chunky glitter, you still have some spaces open. And I really don't want to get that fine glitter in there. Again, tapping to get that extra glitter and see how easier it is when you already have 1 coat of epoxy on your cup. We're going to continue this process. And when I'm doing this, I do chunky, fine, fine, chunky, and then fine. And again, guys, don't forget to also do your bottom part of the cup. This part usually gets forgotten, so don't forget. I don't know why I kept adding the cardstock, because at the end of this I just started mixing all of my colors. I forget about the cardstocks. So with this one, since it's almost the same color as my chunky glitter, I don't mind if it gets in there. It was just my blue one. And if you have an extra brush, you can use that extra brush to brush off any of the glitter that falls on your cup, but I usually just use my fingers and the tapping method. I'm just showing you guys how to do this side, um, but you're gonna do the same method to the opposite side of your cup, but on the top. So now I'm gonna go in with my chunky blue, and this blue is so pretty. I got it from my Stress Creation, and it's a shifting color, so it goes from purple to blue. I don't know if you guys can see the shift on this video, but I love it. If you hear music in the background, it's my son. He is literally right next to me watching some cartoons on his iPad, so I cannot get him to go anywhere else. He needs to be attached to me, so I apologize for that. But this is going to be my last color for this side, and it's going to be my light blue fine color. Again, it's so much easier. I cannot stress this enough. If you do a first coat of epoxy before doing this step, it is so much easier to do it. Tap, tap, tap. Again, guys, we're going to do the same process on your opposite side, but on the bottom part. I'm going to go do that, and then I'm going to come back. So after I was done doing my color on the other side, I went outside and I sealed my glitter with clear sealant, and then I let it dry and I added 2 coats of epoxy. Now we are going to do the little lines in between our geode, and I'm using acrylic markers. I got my acrylic markers off of Amazon. And these are like fine point markers. I love this markers, honestly. Before we start applying the markers on our cup, I'm gonna make sure that I shake them really well and that they are coming down fluently and I'm not having any issues with it. Mine, some of them were still brand new, so you'll see me here trying to get the ink out. If you guys have watched El Señor de los Cielos, that show or novela, whatever you call it, it's awesome. You can watch it in the background. But man, that show has me like on my toes. And if you haven't watched it, you need to. Now let's just start making our little lines in between our colors. This will make it popped a little bit more. I always like to use 3 different colors as well. I do both sides at the same time, but you can do one side first and then the other. It just makes it easier for me. Again, don't forget your bottom part. So in this occasion, I'm using silver, I'm using blue and purple. And you just want to use the colors that are going to make your glitter stand out. and just trace your line where both your glitters meet pretty much. And we're gonna do this process to the top and bottom. Sometimes I like to go a little bit crazy and I don't do the same exact um, color pattern on both my glitter patterns. Sometimes I like to switch it up. I did forget to mention, you guys, once you apply your sealant to your glitter, you're gonna let it dry for about 30 minutes. And then after those 30 minutes, grab a piece of parchment paper and flatten your glitter out, your chunky glitter. You don't want that chunky glitter to be sticking out. You want it as flat as you can. So, yeah, go ahead and grab some parchment paper, flatten your glitter out. If the glitter is still sticking out after about 2 hours, go ahead and spray it again and do the same process. And after that, then you can go ahead and apply your epoxy, do a coat or two, and then you can continue with this method. Alright guys, let's keep talking about El Señor de los Cielos while you watch me finish this tumbler. Aurelio Casillas, he drives me insane. And if you've seen this show, you know what I'm talking about. He thinks he is the god. He thinks he owns this women. And oh my gosh, I just want to literally just punch him through my iPad. But instead, I'm gonna focus that anger and make this tumbler beautiful, because what else can I do, right? It's just a show. We're almost done here with my tumbler. This is actually a custom order, so I thought, hey, she picked pretty colors, let's make a video. So I'm done with one part, almost done, almost done. I promise the end result, you're going to love it. If you guys want a tutorial on how to do the crackle effect, which is that tumbler in the back that's turning, let me know in the comments. I will be happy to show you. We are done. Hallelujah. Now, you're gonna let it dry for about an hour. Then you can apply your decals, your vinyl, whatever you want, and finish it up with a couple coats of epoxy. Alright guys, this is the end result. I hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you have any comments or concerns, don't forget to leave those in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.